My name is Bavani and my matric number is 420-300-1671. Background of the study. Based on the country's law and culture, the meaning of higher education may change. The higher education is regarded as additional study taken beyond high school. It's important to connect the definition of higher education to the place while giving it a meaning. The age at which children must finish attending school in younger age in different places of the world. Since postgraduate education is provided in institutes like college, universities, community college, and vocational courses, higher education refers to these types of education. Moreover, academic institutes that grant degree certificates such as universities and colleges offer higher education learning. People with higher education are more likely to find well-paying employment and build out a unique career path. Additionally, they are more likely to receive significant questioning and reasoning abilities that will help in their personal development. Before choosing a university, you should carefully analyze your possibility and what you want to be, because educational quality changes from one to university depending on the coursework and teaching approach. Research objective RO1 to identify the effect on pursuing higher education among university students. RO2 to recognize the higher level in academic achievement among university students to be a better present. RO3 to realize the instructor or lecturer's emotion during teaching time. RO4 to understand the education system of the university that students are pursuing their higher education. Research question 1. The effect on pursuing higher education. RQ2 the higher level academic achievement. RQ3 the instructor's emotion. RQ4 the education system. Scope of the study. The focus of this research is to figure out effectiveness in pursuing higher education among students. There are a few questionnaires that were asked about demographic information, effect on pursuing higher education, higher level academic achievement, instructor emotion, as well as education system. We circulated the online survey by posting a link to the questionnaires on WhatsApp, Instagram and Facebook in order to get replies from the university students. We then received 151 respondents from university students who are pursuing their higher education in Malaysia. Problem statements. Material, operations, function and procedures and outcomes at universities are seriously affected by the problems of higher education. Second, the main issue that students have with higher education includes strengths and poor leadership, lack of vision and requirements are not being allowed to treat as a partner in the learning process. Third, higher education enrollment will eventually run into problems with which they are uncomfortable and find difficult to manage it.
Assalamualaikum and good afternoon everyone. My name is Khaleeda Binti Pauzian and I'm as a group leader from Group 7. I would like to explain more about literature review, research framework and research hypothesis. Next is literature review. The author of this article is Osman Muhammad Zain, Muhammad Tahijan and Andy bin Ibrahim in 2013. The purpose of this article is decision of whether to attend a university or select a preferred institution or course. The finding of this article is the cost of education, value of education and content and structure or degrees offered are the most important factors that influence the choice of the students. The second one is the author of this article is Karen Tremblay, Diane Lalachet and Deborah Roseverin in 2012. The purpose of this article is showed that social media is the most popular tool used, where college students use it for different purposes. The finding of this article is students' ability to facilitate collaborative learning and communication among peers and with people outside academic. The third one, the author of this article is Lisa Posterev, Sari Lindblom, and Vlad in 2011. The purpose of this article is to analyze emotions that arise during participation in university courses among lecturers. The finding of these articles is students are aware of and influenced by teachers' emotions, and teachers' emotions are influenced by students' behaviors and progress. And the last one is the author of this research paper is Nurliza Muhammad Zain, Valentina Aspa, Nur Aina Mohamad, and Nur Mazni Abdullah, Mansurah Ibrahim in 2017. The purpose of this research paper is focuses on how higher academic impact Malaysian graduates by reviewing the system developments. The findings of this research paper is to identify how Malaysia's system of higher education system ensure the future employment of its graduates. Next is research framework. The independent variables is the effects on pursuing higher education. Next, independent variable 1, academic achievement. Independent variable 2, instructors' emotions. And independent variables 3, education system. Next is research hypothesis. Hypothesis 1, there is significant relationship between the students and academic achievement. Hypothesis 2, there is significant relationship between the students and instructors' emotions. And hypothesis 3, there is significant relationship between the students and the higher education system.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Zahirah Binti Shiful Bakhri. I will present about the research design and data collection. As for research design, we collect the data from the respondents via questionnaires to which the respondents answer. Furthermore, all data were analyzed in order to obtain research results, which led to the identification of the study's significance between dependent and independent variables. And the questionnaires also were used to collect data for the study. We used simple random sampling to select 151 students in higher education as a respondents. Next, data collection. Data was collected using a set of survey questionnaires because respondents will be more open to answering the questionnaire if their confidentiality is guaranteed. And their name and identification also will not be made public during the data collection in order to boost the response rate and respondent participation. And everyone in the group lends a hand to the respondent, and 3 weeks after the distribution date, the survey was collected. And through interviews, surveys, experiments, and questionnaires, we gather primary data directly from primary sources. Primary data is the most important of data in research, and in this study, we use a questionnaire to help gather information from all respondents about the research topic that was chosen. This approach is essential, especially when dealing with significant inquiries, and questionnaires will be used to collect data from respondents about the study's chosen topic. 151 survey sets in total were distributed via Google Forms, and we share on many social media platforms such as Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram. Furthermore, the data collected from the respondents was assembled using a SPSS version 26 program. The next section goes into detail, which is the data analysis process, several statistical tests, and evaluation of the hypothesis. We also involve the use of secondary data, and data from secondary sources is used as a reference because it can give a clear picture of the study. And for this study also, a variety of online database include journals, books, websites, and previous research provided the majority of the secondary data.
Hi, my name is Aiman and I will present the findings of a study on this topic, which is effectiveness on pursuing higher education among students. As we close out this chapter, let's talk about the findings of the relationship between the dependent variable effects on pursuing higher education among students and the independent factors. First one, higher level. Second, academic achievement. Third, instructor emotions, and last one, education system. So, following the completion of the survey and data entry into SPSS 26 and accept, the conclusion assess whether the dependent variable and independent variable have a relationship. Example of the conclusion include the descriptive analysis, reliability test, ANOVA test, and simple correlation. The purpose of this study is to investigate the variable that influence Malaysian university students' academic performance in higher education. All of the inquiries, problem, and objective have, in the end, been satisfactorily resolved. The findings of this study have benefit for both student and college administrator. It is crucial to provide students with the necessary performance qualities so that teachers can complete their duties successfully and efficiently. So the study findings emphasize how important higher education is in encouraging effective learning on both an individual and social level. The idea of the student as a learner has been mentioned frequently in literature.
Hello, my name is Mohamad. I'm Hamizan bin Mohamad Haniffa, and I will present this final section of the presentation, which is recommendation and conclusion. Okay, the first one is conclusion. A guaranteed degree is more than just study skills instruction. It is a true investigation into the qualities of tenacity, originality, and talent. Understanding how to think, communicate, and convey is related to earning a degree. With all else being equal, it may even be seen as a shift from possibility to acknowledgement. The decision to pursue tertiary education has several advantages. First off, getting a higher education will provide you access to better work options. This is due to the fact that higher institutions provide students with a better learning environment where they can develop both practical skills and theoretical knowledge. It is clear that many firms prefer formal academic candidates who are likely preferred to begin working over non-academic ones who require training. The second one is when attending university or any higher education institutes, students are frequently urged to participate in extracurricular activities. They will be able to develop any social skills such as soft skills like teamwork and communications. Additionally, students can discover their major as well as career that will provide them happiness in the future by working on a variety of activities and projects in many sectors. The next one is recommendation for the future research. In the future, researchers may carry out a more extensive study that is exclusive to schools. Doesn't matter it below the university level or anything, researchers can try to find some respondent to do the survey. A larger study would increase the number of participants while also yielding more precise findings and data. To get more accurate result on the subject of pursuing higher education, future study should contain more than 200 individual respondents. This study should be used as a guide for future research to better understand how to conduct similar studies. As a result, future researchers will be able to conduct better studies with more variable and more desirable results.